It's football season, and what better football food than some chicken wings and some drumsticks? So today we're going to be answering the age-old question of sous vide versus air fryer, and we're going to see what produces the best chicken wing. Are you ready for some chicken wings? Let's get started. All right, we're going to be doing two smaller batches, roughly about 2 pounds for each batch, which is about half dozen. And then we're just going to be seasoning these thoroughly. Shout out to Guga for his rub, the Guga rub. So you can Google Guga rub and you'll be able to find the recipe for this seasoning we're going to be throwing on the chicken today. Let's go ahead and season these up thoroughly. So we're just going to sprinkle this seasoning all over them. Look how good these look. I mean, the color on them is just awesome. They look so good, you could just eat them right now. But please don't, actually. Like, seriously don't. It's still raw chicken. We still have to cook them. So what we're gonna be doing is doing half of them sous vide, half air fryer. We're gonna do the sous vide portion first, so let's go. First things first, we're gonna be putting our chicken in our chamber bags. And we decided to use our 10 by 13 size chamber pouch today for this. As you can see, that amount of chicken would fit perfectly in our 10 by 13 chamber pouch. One of the things you want to keep in mind though, when you're putting the chicken in the bags, is that it can get they're a little messy. So you'll get a little gunk and a little messiness up at the top of your bag. So you just want to take a paper towel or any kind of towel and just wipe down the top of the bag. That way it gets cleaned off and you can get a nice clean seal when we go to seal the bag in our chamber machine. All right, so we're gonna seal up the chicken. We have our USV 20 chamber sealer here. That's what we're gonna be using today because it's a perfect size for this. So let's go ahead and get them sealed up. Okay, we're gonna throw the bag of chicken in our sealer. All right, so just make sure that's a good, clean, smooth area across the seal bar. So ensures you get a good seal. Okay, so we'll go ahead and close our lid. For this, we have our vacuum time set to 25, seal time set to 4. So we'll just go ahead and press the auto vac and seal button and let it run. So I don't know if you noticed, but while the vacuum was running, the bag actually puffed up a little bit. Okay, this is a chamber sealer, so it's a little different technology than your normal suction style sealer because it's removing atmospheric pressure inside the chamber. So the bag can actually puff up a little bit, and we're doing chicken, so that's a high moisture content protein. And because of that, sometimes you will get a little bit more of that bag inflating a little bit, but that's normal, that's okay. And as you can see, when it's done, you still get a really nice, clean, vacuum sealed bag of chicken. It ends up taking all the air out. All right, we got our chicken ready to go for its sous vide bath. We actually have our sous vide circulator set to 165. It's preheated, the water's hot, ready to go. We're gonna drop these in and cook it at 165 for about 1.5 hours. Those bad boys dropped in there and we'll let them cook. This is what the wings look like coming out of the sous vide bath. Nice and juicy. We're gonna pat them dry, remove as much moisture as possible. That way we can throw them in some hot oil. Cook them about 1 to 2 minutes per side. And get a little crispiness on the outside of the wings. Beautiful. As you can see, we got a nice crispy skin on the chicken. So now we're ready to toss them in some sauce. For the sauce, we're just gonna be using some melted butter. I melted like half a stick of butter. We're gonna be using some Frank's Red Hot and some honey. We're gonna mix all that together, get the chicken tossed in there. Throw the chicken in. Throw our lid on the bowl there and then give these a quick shake. Get them nice and coated. Oh my gosh, guys, look at that. So perfectly cooked sous vide. All right, that's it for the sous vide wings. They look beautiful. Now we're moving on to the air fryer wings. Heading into the fourth quarter, it's a super close competition, but we're moving on and we're gonna be doing the air fryer wings. So what we're actually gonna do is throw this bag into our USV20 chamber sealer, and we're gonna run it through a marinate function a few times. And what that's gonna do is help the rub penetrate into the meat better, and you'll get that really good flavor. So let's go. All right, so throw the bag in there and place it just like we did last time. But this time, instead of running an auto vac and seal cycle, like I mentioned, we're just gonna be doing our marinate function on these. So what you're gonna do is close the lid. When you press the marinate button, it'll run it through a 60-second cycle of kind of removing the atmospheric pressure and putting it back in, and it really helps that rub kind of penetrate into that meat. All right, marinade's done. So we're gonna be throwing these in the air fryer, cooking them at 400 degrees, 30 minutes total, flipping halfway through. All right, we just pulled these out of the air fryer. As you can see, the skin on the chicken's nice and crispy. It looks great. We're gonna get these thrown in some sauce, and then we'll get them plated. We'll do a little taste test and see which one wins. All right, guys, it's a 2-minute warning. It's the final stretch. It's a tie game so far. So we're gonna do a taste test here to see which one we think is the winner. I want you to comment down below and let me know which one you think that you would decide was the best. This is the sous vide one. I'm gonna taste this one first, and then we'll try our air fryer wings. Good flavor, nice and tender. Yep, the meat just kind of falls right off. That's really good. We're gonna go with the air fryer wing now. Let's try this out. Still got really good flavor. I mean, it's juicy. Even though it's cooked in the air fryer, it's still got some decent tenderness to it. All right, final seconds of the game. It's time to pick a winner. And I think I'm actually gonna go with the air fryer wings, okay? Granted, it's more of kind of your traditional style wing the way it was finished off. So you get the really crispy skin, you get a little bit of char on the skin. So it really kind of emulates like cooking it on a grill too, which I think most people would enjoy. I will say though, the sous vide wings were actually really good too. I mean, if you prefer fall off the bone, the meat falling off the bone and super tender, I mean, that's the way to go, because that meat was super juicy, tender, and just kind of fell right off the bone. It was just kind of missing that ultimate crispiness that I tend to look for in a chicken wing. So I'm gonna go ahead and say the air fryer one wins this time. Touchdown, wins the game. Woo! Let's go. All right, we're actually signing off, guys. Thanks for joining us again this time. Again, you know the deal. If you like what you see, hit the like and subscribe button, and we'll be back for some more fun coming up soon. Thanks, guys.